Here's another training tip for you. I want to talk about reloading on the range and how's the best and safe way to do that. I get it that everybody wants to do the speed reload. They want to go as fast as they possibly can because, you know, something bad is going to happen here and my gun ran out and I got to have an emergency reload. But let's remember the fact that in all of the defensive training videos on active self-protection, I have never seen a CCW holder actually use a reloaded gun in an actual gunfight. I've seen a couple times where the gun had to be reloaded, that it ran empty. I've seen a couple times where 17 or 16 second reloads happened, but the fight was already over at that point. So when we reload on my ranges, it's an administrative thing. It's something that, okay, the blaster went empty, but we're working on getting it back in the fight. So let's talk about how to do that in the best and safest way. Okay, we're running a drill, right? Whatever that drill is, so maybe we're just gonna do some controlled pairs here. So I'm running this drill, going, okay, cool. Oh, look, now my slide's locked to the rear. Now, for most folks, I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do is they're gonna drop this magazine, they're gonna point their muzzle at the sky, they're going to then put a new magazine in the gun, drop the slide, do their thing. But I'm gonna ask my camera guy to pan over and see what we've got here. Do you see what's in our background? So if I come over here, I'm gonna put this away for just a minute. If we come back over here, we have our berm. That is about a 10-foot berm here. Now behind that, we have the mountain. And that mountain is pretty tall, but let's be real. Behind that is 3 miles down the road, which is about where a 9mm will come down, is the city of Anthem. And so if I launch one over the berm by mistake, God forbid I have a slam fire or my fingers in the trigger because I made a mistake, and I'm launching projectiles into the ether if I bring my muzzle up. So let's come back around here. So again, we are safely drawing our gun. So okay, I went to pew, 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 and now the gun is empty. Oh, okay, fine. We have training magazines. We don't mind dropping them on the ground, no problem. But I want you to just pay attention. Here's all I'm gonna do. Instead of doing muzzle at the sky, I'm just gonna keep my muzzle oriented somewhat downrange and then bring it back in here if you wanna call it your workspace or whatever, that's fine. I'm just gonna bring it back in here, keep it pointed towards the berm. Now, is this just a tiny bit faster? I don't know why this is really faster than this. All I did was drop my elbow back. So all I really did was bring my elbow back to here, put the magazine in the gun. Now, okay, now my gun is still pointed in a safe direction. It's not pointed into the ether, it's pointed downrange. Bring the gun back up into my hands and go ahead and do my thing. So I don't have to point my gun at the sky, which can launch projectiles up and out. Now, in some places that's not a big deal, but you know, a lot of public ranges these days, especially on the East Coast or in the Midwest, are fairly close to communities, fairly close to where people are, and you don't want to be launching projectiles in there. It can get you disqualified, sent home from the range. So one of my recommendations, gun goes bang, bang, bang. We're not in an emergency anymore. Go ahead and drop that magazine, bring the gun back and just turn it over. Put the new magazine in, so I get that from concealment, put it in, drive it back out, and do my work. It's just as fast.